Hello folks, and welcome back to SnowRunner, my hardcore version. And we are getting closer to finishing this mission. So we're at the reinvigorating the old mines. And when I left off, we need 6 more bricks, which the 6 bricks I already have up here. So just need to come back and pick them up. And then we need 6 metal beams, which I think I have 6 metal beams up here. I have to check, make sure. I know I have the 8 wooden planks. So I'll need 2 small pipes and 6 concrete blocks, which I've already taken 6 cements over and made the concrete blocks, and I have all but 1 loaded up. So I'll get that last block loaded up, and then we'll run this stuff all over here and take it to the gold mine and finally get finished with this one. It's been a long one. So right now I need to go get my bricks, and I'm going to take these 2 trucks back. Come on, Western Star, wake up. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to change the truck and make sure you're in all-wheel drive. No, that's the wrong truck. Attach my winch here and we'll just put it over there. And that's too close. I don't want them smashing into each other. Alright, what time of day we got? Ah, it's almost 6 in the morning. So we'll do some daylight driving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this mission, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the new map. I had thought about going back and finishing the missions in Alaska, the new mission, and the one in Russia, but I believe I'm going to finish this map out, or finish this region out, and then go back and do those. By the power of Clang. Oh. I better get back over here on the road. I forgot to move my laptop closer when I get up here and don't have to worry about flipping it. I'll move it over here so I can see the chat. There we go. So how you doing today? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today too. Worked half a day today, and second half of the day was after lunch. It's like, you know, I really don't have to be here. I have 240 hours of vacation time, which is the max I can carry over to the new year. So, like, you know, I'm going to use a little bit of it, and I'm just going to take the rest of the day off. Came home and put my Christmas tree up. Yeah, I saw, Nathan, I saw those rules that you put out. That is really interesting. I think I might like to try that. It seems like it's going to be really tough because you're going into regions at very low levels, where you really need, you know, some good mud tires or all-terrain tires. But yeah, that's very interesting. Now, I do have a question. So you're going to try it after you finish the expansion? Whoop. Duh. Looking at the computer and talking. Or driving. So, I do have a question. Is it just using the trucks in the game, or can you use the downloaded trucks also? So yeah, I like that too. You get the you'd be able to pick up the GMC and get that upgrade. But like, I've got all the trucks downloaded in the game right now. All the ones that you can buy. DLC trucks. So would you be able to use those or a non-DLC playthrough? And is it recovery or no recovery? Okay, so just the trucks that anybody can get until you hit level 25. Okay, that sounds good. Let's get you out of the way. It's one of the load of bricks that I need to take out. Yeah, recovery is a good question. Because no recovery means, you know, you got to be a little more careful. Where if you can recover, you can go, you know, send it mode sometimes and put it in situations that you would normally not run in. Then again, you could try no recovery, and then if it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, because again, you're going into regions where you would really need to have good mud tires to really do well. Okay, recovery mode for scouting. That would work. So what we're talking about is, Nathan sent me some about somebody doing a playthrough, and what they're doing is they're scouting the first map, Black River, and when they hit level 2 or hit level 3, but they only do Black River, they don't do the other maps in the region. But when they move up to the next level, then they go to Alaska and do the first map, just the scouting, not doing any of the other things. And then when you move up to the next level, you go to Russia. And okay, so level 2. So when you move to level 2, then you go to Alaska and do scouting of the first map. When you move to level 3, you do scouting of the Russian map, the first one. And once you've got them all, the first map scouted, then you go back to the original, I think it was. And hang on, let me get this back up here. If I can find. Okay, yeah, so level 3, drowned lands, level 4, lake coved. Level 5, flooded foothills, and when you get to level 6, you go back to Black River and continue with just the tasks. And you do not move to any other map within the region. Every time you level up, you jump to the next region and continue working on tasks. After all the tasks are completed in all regions on all maps, then you go back and start doing the contracts. So yeah, that sounds really interesting. No cargo to load. Hang on. No, I had cargo here. I had bricks. Did I not have? No, I had all the bricks up here. Maybe I've got those things in the way. Been having some issues lately. Had them last night after the stream. I was trying to, and earlier today, I was trying to get some cargo loaded up for today's stream, and at the warehouses everything looks to be running fine, but at these crafting ones the cargo is not loading properly, and it's giving me the wrong cargo. It's putting the wrong cargo out, and cargo is disappearing. So I don't know what the deal is, but right now, even though this is the hardcore playthrough, when I'm at the anywhere where you can craft, I'm going to have to do auto loading. It's some kind of bug in the game. Also, I got another truck in a... Oh, I do have another truck in a cargo. Yeah, I left that up there. I meant to get that out, and I forgot. So this one will be okay here. I don't have a problem with this one, but I will go ahead and move it out just in case. But yeah, right here I tried to load bricks, and instead of bricks putting it up there, it put a steel beam up there, and then it put a roll up there instead of bricks. So I don't know. Yeah, I see the cargo management now, and I know exactly the truck that is in the way. So the Dan is away, so I'm gonna go ahead and load this one so I can get them both out of the way. Start engine. Activate the anchor. Because I was loading those up right before the stream. I was like, oh crap, it's about time to get on here, so I better jump over to the other trucks, get them moved. Yeah, you'll stay there. No, not recover. Restore. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. And start the engine. Yeah, the cabin one is, that's where I first noticed the glitch. But this one's also glitching because I tried to manually load the concrete slabs, and every time I made a concrete slab and tried to manually load it, it put a concrete block out there instead of the slab. The slab would disappear out of the warehouse, and I'd be one slab short, but I'd end up with a concrete block sitting there instead of slabs. So I've been auto loading from here, and that one, or these two, were two left over from when I tried to do slabs. So I went ahead and picked them up. Who was I in? I forgot. See, I know I brought the Western Star over. So let's go and get the Western Star up here, and then I think it was Voron is what I had over here trying to load up. I've got so many trucks running out here now, I forget which ones I'm driving. But I'm learning a lot more about the trucks on this map. So there are some that are really good and some that are really not all that great. And nothing really goes through here very well. Oh, attach winch. Hook it to the back. Give me that extra little boost. Yeah, the only thing that really runs through here well is the twin steer. It's about the only thing that doesn't have any trouble, unless I use, you know, something like the Kolob there. Kolob doesn't have any problems, and neither does the P16 or the P12. So really big trucks don't have an issue, but the rest of them do. And it's not too bad. Alright, stop, change trucks. Come here. Okay, so like I said, from here I'm just doing auto loading because it is not loading cargo up correctly, and until they get that fixed, I can't afford to lose any of the cargo I have up here. I did try those again last night, trying to pull those out. Don't know what the deal is. I can hook to them, but I can't pull them out. Oh, and you're about out of gas. Yeah, I think this is a complicated map. We've got new things going on this map that we've never done before. So I'm not mad or anything about the glitches. You're going to have glitches. I do believe that they are going to get them worked out. Okay, so it's all 6 of the bricks that I still need. Let's fill you up. I don't want to run you out of gas again. I got so many trucks out here. Okay, so that runs that one out of gas. So I will load it back up on the Kolob here later on. And like I said, I do have the P12 sitting over there with a fuel tanker on it. So shouldn't have any problems. And I forgot who I had in the lead here. Come on, map. There we go. The 4380. Where you at? There you go. And this is one truck that I have not taken over here yet. So we'll see how it does compared to the others. Which I've never had a problem out of this truck. It's one of my go-to trucks. So P16's off-road tires had same mud rating as the Cat 770G, and they are the highest rated tires among muds as well. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm hoping that the next big update, or when we get the next new maps, that we find an upgrade for the P16 for all-wheel drive. That would be awesome. Y'all probably get tired of seeing that truck on this channel. They make it all-wheel drive. Give me all-wheel drive and a high saddle trailer. I'd be in hog heaven. But yeah, I think I am definitely gonna try that challenge. Nathan, I'm gonna try it as soon as I get these maps cleared out. And whoa, don't you do that. But as soon as I finish these maps, I'm gonna do that. And I'll run that and my speed run. It's been a while since I've done the speed run. I don't even remember exactly what I was doing with it or where I was at. Alright, so we need 4 more, which are loaded up. I took the Dan and the twin steer back to the garage and got them refurbished, and I'm going to use them to pull to get the concrete slabs up here, or the concrete blocks up here. Where are you at? Alright, get you through here. Oh, so Nathan, you're going to do the same thing? Yeah, I think that'll be fun, and it's going to be seriously challenging. I don't believe I would try it in the hardcore mode, but that might also be very interesting. I think doing it that way, when you're when you don't have, when you're not leveled up, and going to the bigger maps would probably be hardcore enough. You wouldn't need to add anything extra to it. Oh, you excited about it? Yeah, actually, when I read it, I was like, man, that's actually pretty cool. I wonder how hard that would really be. And I fought the urge to try it. You know, just give it a little test. I'm like, nope. I'm gonna wait, and that way I can put it on the channel, and then people can see how badly I screw it up. I don't mind screwing things up. It's a learning experience. It's like I'm also playing the Long Dark, and I jumped into Stalker mode, so I've always been a Long Dark noob, but I moved up to the higher level, which is Stalker. It's not the worst one, it's not Interloper, but it's definitely a lot more challenging, and I'm not very far into it, but they've got the new map out in the Long Dark, and I was heading that way anyway. I'm only on my second map. But where I was heading was for Timberwolf Mountain to get the, start hitting some of those containers so I can get myself leveled up and get some good gear. And the new map just happens to be off of Timberwolf Mountain. So I'm gonna try something really dumb. And after I hit Timberwolf Mountain, I'm going to the new map, which is, I watched a little bit of somebody playing, and boy does it look tough. But I'm going to try it, for better or worse. I'll try just about anything. At least once. If it doesn't kill me, I might do it a second time. When I was in the Army, I was still in my advanced training. So I completed basic training and went to my advanced training, where I learned how to work with nuclear weapons. That was a fun job. Hopefully you detected the sarcasm in that. But while I was in that, they had a recruiter come through and talk to a bunch of us, and he asked who was afraid of heights. I raised my hand. I stand on a curb and I got dizzy. And he asked me, he said, would you like to get over that fear of heights? And I said, sure. And he said, good, sign this and you'll become airborne. It's like, hey, why not? And I am not ashamed to admit, my first 3 jumps, I peed my pants all 3 jumps. I did them all in one day. But after that, the second day I did my second 3 jumps, I was okay. I enjoyed it. Now, I had a lot of anxiety the first time I did a nighttime jump. That is not fun. But yeah, I got over my fear of heights real quick. Yeah, the saying is you can do anything at least once. Here in my neck of the woods, it's, hey y'all, hold my beer and watch this. You would think it takes a lot of courage. The courage comes getting on the plane. Getting off the plane, it takes no courage at all. because you're hooked up with a bunch of other guys, and especially if you're in the lead to middle, you have no choice. You're going out because all the people behind you are pushing you. So yeah, there's no choice in the matter. You're going. But I tell you, there's no greater feeling than you coming out of an airplane and you feel that sudden jolt, and you look up and your canopy blossoms and you're like, okay, I'm good now. And I had 87 jumps and I never had to pull a reserve chute. I had buddies that did, but never had to use reserve in all my jumps. And I never got hurt. Well, one jump I got hurt. So I had about the 30th jump or so. I came down and I landed wrong, and I ended up dislocating my ring finger on my left hand. And I dislocated it so badly that I've dislocated it probably 30 times since then, and it happens so often that I just grab a hold of it and yank it and pop it back in place. But my last jump, so I say I had 86 successful jumps and one that wasn't successful. 4th of July air show, I jumped and the winds were too high, but they had canceled the air show jump the last 2 years. So the captain in charge said we were going to jump anyway. We told him, the winds are just too high. It's too dangerous. He said, we're going anyway. Okay. And out of 67 people that jumped, 62 had to go to the hospital, and I was one. So I hit the wingtip of a parked C-130 that was sitting there for the air show and got drug across the wing and got tangled up in the props that were next to the inner props, and I was hanging upside down and my left toe was touching my shoulder. So I snapped my knee in half. So I had to get surgery. Luckily for me though, the Army doctors at Gordon said they wanted to bring a specialist in. So they brought in a civilian doctor, and he brought in another guy, and they worked on my knee. And the Army doctors told me that I would probably always walk with a limp and have to use a cane. And I just, that wasn't me. No way. And I surprised the hell out of them because 11 months after my surgery, I was actually running again. And 18 months after my surgery, I took my first PT test and maxed it, including the run. So 2 miles in under 12 minutes. So the civilian doctors cleared me for jump status. The Army said no. So re-enlistment come up, and all they offered me was to be a cook. I told them, nope, I don't think so. And I got out. Which was dumb because I was an E6. It wasn't like I was going to have to cook anything. I'd just be in charge of cooks. But I kind of felt betrayed. So after 9 years, I left. Alright, so that stage is complete. So the knee is actually fine. I see it was 1993. Yeah, when I had the accident, and My knee is good. Half my kneecap is plastic, and I've got pins in it, and I have no cartilage between the bones. It's a piece of rubber. But every now and then, there's still some bone chips in it. And every now and then I'll step on it, step down on it, and there's nothing there, and I just hit the ground. But rub it out a little bit, and it's fine. Let's go ahead and stop that. Alright, so that's completed. I need 6 metal beams. And let's see what I have. I have 1 metal beam sitting there. And I think I have 5 more in the rolled steel factory. Oh, I got 4 more. So I am 1 short. I'm gonna have to pick up one the other side. Oh no, I got one sitting out here. So that's 6. Alright, so I got those. And wooden planks are sitting up here. So small pipes and concrete blocks, that's all I need. And I have wrong one. Let's go in there. And we'll go back to, see, the bandit's going to pick up pipes. I forgot who I had. Oh, the Dan. The Dan has, where's Dan? Come here, Dan. There you are. Okay, so let's move the Dan out of here. It has 2, and the twin steer has the other 4. So I was in the Army for 9 years. And I got out, pretty much became an occupational gypsy. That's how a buddy of mine puts it. If you could make $1 at it, I did it. So I worked construction for a few years. I was a roofer and remodeler, which I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for it. But I do not miss being on a roof in 110 degree temperature or below 0. I was a security guard for a while, security supervisor, and worked corrections, which I would not recommend that job to an enemy. That job sucks badly. And for the last 18 years, I've worked for the federal government. 17 years. Worked for the federal government, and with my military time, I just got something today. 25 years of service. Because some of my military time was reserves. Stop. There you go. So have I scouted behind the railway station? Is there... I've been behind the railway station, but I really haven't seen anything back there. Didn't really pay that much attention. I do have a truck over there. Or do I? Or these are going right past it, so... I can check when I get over there, see if there's anything. I still have some cargo at the railway station. But I kind of want to leave that there, because I may need it for the other map, and it'd be closer to go to the railway station than it would be to come all the way back here. But yeah, thanks for the congrats. Yeah, it's a lot of time in the government. But I wouldn't trade my Army time for anything I mean, I've seen things that would just simply blow your mind. I was actually stationed in Italy for 4 years. Loved Italy. And back then I rode a motorcycle, and I had some buddies who rode motorcycles. And the job that I did, we would end up with 2-3 day weekends every month and a 4-day weekend every month. So on our weekends, we just take off on the motorcycles, not even know where we're going, and just ride. When we felt like it, we looked at a map and decided to see what was in the area. So I saw a lot of Europe. And then sometimes when we take longer weekends, we'd go out to Aviano Air Base, and back then they had what was called MAC flights, and we could pay $10, find out where a MAC flight was heading with a cargo plane, and we jump on the plane with our motorcycles, and they would use it as a, let's try this again. Come on, you can get up here. But they'd use it as a tie-down exercise, and they'd throw our motorcycles on the plane, tie them down, and fly us to wherever they were going, France or someplace like that, and then we'd ride our motorcycles back. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. Did a lot of caving, a lot of caves in Italy where I was at. So don't miss walking in, bat shit that was halfway up your thighs, but it was definitely worth it when you see like a mineral waterfall, where the minerals have come over and it looks like an icy waterfall. Stuff like that is just things you'll never forget. We went to one town that does every other year. The town square is it looks like a big chessboard. And the people there, they dress up like medieval characters, and they play a game of human chess. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like 5 games over 3 days, 5 matches. And it started out as 2 people were fighting, 2 kings or something, or lords or something, were fighting over something. And they decided, instead of killing each other off, that they would have a chess game and use the town people as the pieces. So every other year they played the same 5 games. And that was really awesome to see. So bricks and metal beams behind the railway station. I'm not sure if I've gotten them or not, but I can go back there and look. Come on now. That little stick wouldn't stop this truck. But when I got out of the Army, got back here to the States, I realized I've seen about anything you'd want to see in Europe, but really hadn't seen anything in the U.S. So I took 6 months off and had a little bit in savings, and just took my motorcycle and just rode around the country for 6 months. I better get fuel. Back up here, get a little bit closer. That was quite an experience. And I saw, I saw things like all the tourist attractions. Mount Rushmore and the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. But then I wanted to see the other parts of the country, like the biggest ball of twine in the world. So that's what I went looking for, is that kind of stuff. And if you've never seen the biggest ball of twine in the world, when I saw it in 94, I think it was. Yeah, 94. It was huge. And all I've got left from my military time are the memories and a worn out set of dog tags. Because like so many others, I got into a relationship with somebody I shouldn't have got in a relationship with. And when I got out of the Army, I put everything that I had. I had a 3-bedroom house filled with beautiful furniture. I had furniture that was made from the wood from the Black Forest in Germany. And I had Italian porcelain dinnerware and stuff like that. Just stuff I had. I was single, I had the money, so I spent it on stuff. Huge stereo system. And my ex rented the storage building next to mine while I was on my 6 months riding around the country, and wiped me out. What she didn't take, she poured paint all over. So you will notice I am not going the way I normally go. I am taking the Burton Trail. So Burton told me about this last night. Come over here on the rocks and just follow along the river. And I brought one of the trucks through here, and this is a lot easier than going through that mud. So I told him from now on it's called the Burton Trail. Haven't taken this vehicle through it yet. Ugh. Pretty good sized rocks. Yeah, there you go. I told you I was going to call it the Burton Trail. For better or worse, it was going to be called the Burton Trail. Yep. I don't think it's very good for this vehicle though, but it seems to be moving pretty good. I think the rocks might be a little bit too big for this one. But for the smaller trucks, man, they go through here pretty good. I think the twin steer is just a little bit too big for it. I never even thought of trying to come over here. So we'll move back up to high gear. Let's just do it this way. Oh, so you got the bigger tires? I don't really like the bigger tires and the lift because it makes it a little too tippy. With the smaller tires and no lift, seems I have less issues with tipping over. But the bigger tires and the lift would probably be much better now. But I do have other trucks sitting over there, and I'm gonna bring them through here and see how they do. And it just needs a little bit of help. Uh-oh, what I hit? A rock. Maybe? Nope. I got something under there. Ah, it's a tree. So, just attach you there. So at least I get those underwater trees out of the way for the next trucks. Where's my road at? Over there. Yeah, I believe with the bigger tires and the lift and hauling this load would have been a good idea, but with the containers it just seemed like it was too tippy. Anything that's really tall really changes the center of gravity on this truck. I learned that when I did that extra mission that came on with Emondra, where you had to do the 2 containers from the shipwreck over on Drummond Island, and I tried to do them with this truck, and it just kept, the containers were just too tall. Changed the center of gravity, and this truck just kept flipping over. Oh, so you did do it with 2 cabins? I haven't tried it, but I think I will. Next time I have to deliver cabins. And it has no problem getting through here. Yeah, it usually doesn't have a problem. I looked down at the gas gauge real quick, thinking maybe I forgot to put fuel in it. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, so mine's doing just as good with the speed. Yeah, this truck, I really never drove it that much, but it is fast becoming one of my favorite trucks, especially on this map. Because again, I am in hardcore mode, so I can't buy a trailer, and it does haul 4 at once, so that's appealing for this. Hey, I didn't hit the telephone pole. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, I think this truck needs about another 50 or 60 horsepower. These little hills wouldn't bother it a bit. And make sure I get my left wheels up on this harder area. And I shouldn't have a problem with it bogging down. So that little rocky area on the left, if you get your left wheels up there in any of the trucks, then I haven't, when I do that, I don't have one bogged down on me. But when I forget to put the left wheels up there, then we got to do some winching. I would just take you on out there. Now I've torn this area up pretty good, so I don't know if the twin steer will make it all the way out here. But we're going to try it. Oh yeah. I think one of the big advantages it has is such a long wheelbase that in some of these areas, by the time the front wheels get out of the mud, the back wheels are just entering it, so it keeps its traction. Disadvantage is a huge turning radius. Ah, crap. Forgot to put gas in it. I am turning into my wife. I'm not looking at the fuel gauge. But I have plenty of trucks out here I can split gas with. You weren't watching it either? If it's not the A and K, you don't pay attention to the gas. Alright, we're going to go down into low so I don't get a lead foot and end up flipping it over. Have been known to do that. Trying to watch for a couple of big rocks that always seem to jump out and get me. Kind of hard to see. There's one up there. $9 gallons. I think I'm going to make it. Maybe. Yeah, the rocks are tricky. And taking that big lug, when I brought that 770 out here to pick up his trailer, I was hitting some of the little rocks and it was actually throwing the back end sideways. A couple of times I thought I was going over the mountain. So I'm hoping it does better now that the trailer's hooked to it. Because it is not fun to bring out here. Has no suspension on it. So it just bounces over everything. And it's so hard to steer it to begin with. Alright. 2. Come on. Now let's pull you forward. I'm starting to get a parking lot out here. Still have a couple of woods to pick up over there that I haven't gotten. I was going to get them all with the Western Star, but when I went into the woods to pick up one of the loads, I ran over, it looked like a plank, and when I did, it took 3/4 of the suspension away from me. Did that much damage. So I had to take it over to the P12 and get repaired, and I haven't come back over to get the rest of the wood yet.